Welcome back to Shop Don't Stop. Today on the channel, we are starting our second generation Prius restoration series. This is video 1. We are focusing on the key fob today. We are going to be replacing the innards of the key fob with a new outer casing because the rubber has been worn away. The electronics are exposed to the elements. Going to be using the HelloAuto key fob casings. If you're watching any of this video, I need you to know that this little cutout, this little piece right by the battery, that is adjacent to the motherboard, there's a little RFID piece that you need to take from your key fob and transfer it into your new outer casing. If you don't do that, you will not be able to program any more keys. I learned this the hard way, okay? Okay, so here is the second generation Toyota Prius key fob. There's 3 buttons on it: lock, unlock, and then panic button. As you can see, all of these buttons have been worn away. So how we go about taking this apart to actually do the replacement of the outer casing is there's a little lever on the top here. You can kind of see it right there. There's the key to actually access the car if this is out of battery off of the right-hand side here. So we pull this tab to the left, or my left over here, and then the key comes out. In order to actually remove this, you might need to use a small screwdriver. I've been able to just use my thumb in the past, but you have to fully depress the prong that keeps the key in here. It's kind of a secondary latch system that they've developed. So you press it in fully, and then you press up on the Toyota side of your key fob. There are 4 small Phillips screws on the back side of this key fob. We are going to need to loosen up these 4 screws. So I have bought a set off Amazon from Joe Ress. I'll put a link in the description below for this. Let's get these unscrewed and then we'll get to the next step. We can use a little screwdriver or a flathead, maybe even our finger, to pry this area away that exposes the battery. Let's try and use the same tool to pry up the battery. Next step will be to pry this apart to actually get to the electronic board. Kind of score the edges. All right, let's give it a shot. So we're gonna try just here. There's a high chance that this point breaks. Oh, there we go, perfect. All right, and then once you have that corner, after you've scored everything, there we go. So I just kind of twisted it in that side square and then ran it down along the side. Yeah, we want to maintain that connection. Then I just turn the corner. You don't want to dig too far deep. As you can see, maybe from that camera angle, that the electronics are not too far. So there we go. Separated that. You can hear the cracking of the plastic casing. And let's turn it around. Go back up this way. And what do you know, it's pretty good. Good and loosened, and boom. So I think it's kind of hard to impress upon you guys, but these 2 pieces of plastic are really sealed together. So I would recommend using a sharp but somewhat safe blade. You could use a box cutter if you've got it, but make sure you're being very safe about it. And basically just score the edge, and that'll do some convincing of these 2 pieces to come apart. So remember to take the RFID chip out of this spot and put it into your new casing as you follow the rest of our instructions. Let's now carefully pull this motherboard off of the old casing that we just separated. Here it is. Let's transfer it over to the new one. Seems as though it wants us to transfer over. It's a really small little piece between the 2 buttons up here, lock and unlock. There's a little knob, I believe. It just goes right on that knob. I don't know exactly the purpose of it. Just have to line up the buttons. Now that is in place, let's see if we can't kind of seal it together. There's one side that's clipped in. two sides. So we can put that in a little bit better. Clipped in there, clipped in there. And a little gap on that side, but it appears to be closed up pretty nicely. Let's put in a fresh battery and see if it works. Sure. Here's the 2032, and then looks like they do supply 5 just in case. And there we go. There is the new key fob. Let's put in this old key. So there's 2 options with the final faceplate. You can either put your OEM Toyota with the silver Toyota emblem on your new key fob, or if it's too worn down and does not match at all, you can use the supplied backing plate. But let's do a side-by-side towards the end here of what we started with the outer casing, and you can really see how tattered it was, and a nice new one there. Thanks for watching the Shop Don't Stop video. It is our first video in our 2nd generation Prius restoration. Key fobs are super important in this car because 1, it protects the innards from the elements, but 2, a good working key fob makes your life so much easier. With the technology in these cars, good key fob, you can walk right up and the door will unlock. You can hop right in, press your foot on the brake, and then turn the power on, all with the key in your pocket. When you get out, you can just click the little black button on the handle and it'll lock right up for you. That's why this is the first step in my own restoration of a 225,000 mile 2nd generation Prius that I just got my hands on. We've got a lot more in store for you guys, so consider liking this video if it's helped you and subscribing for more content. And remember, shop don't stop.